Aam Aadmi Party MP Sanjay Singh has attacked the BJP over the Election Commission presser to announce the poll date. Sanjay Singh has asked whether the poll panel functions as per BJP office. Remember, this is a charge that has been made by other opposition parties as well. Ashutosh is joining me live. I believe he has Sanjay Singh with him. Ashutosh.
अपना डोर टू डोर कैंपेनिंग का, पोस्टर का, प्रचार का, सरकार के कार्यक्रमों को लोगों तक पहुंचाने का ये काम कर रहे थे। हम 7 सीटों पे लड़ रहे हैं दिल्ली में और 7 सीटें जीत कर दिखाएंगे।
क्या कांग्रेस के साथ गठबंधन के लिए जरा सा भी अब कहीं कोई विंडो बाकी है या अभी एक दौर और चलेगा या माने कि बस अब खत्म सब?
अब उनके तो आला कमान से लेकर जिला कमान तक और प्रदेश कमान तक सबके बयान आ गए, उन बातों का अब कोई मतलब नहीं है।
लेकिन पिछली जब चुनाव हुए थे 2014 में 7 सीटों पर आपको कुछ भी नहीं मिला था। इस बार कितनी उम्मीदें लगा?
ये कहना गलत है आपका। हिंदुस्तान की एकमात्र सीट हमारी ऐसी थी जहां हम सबसे ज्यादा वोट पाकर हारे थे, राखी बिरलान की सीट। तो ये कहना कि हमको वोट नहीं मिले और हमको बिल्कुल कहीं
सीट नहीं मिली,
सीट नहीं मिली, मैं मानता हूं सीट नहीं मिली, लेकिन तब से तस्वीर बहुत बदल चुकी है। उस समय हमारे 49 दिन की सरकार का इस्तीफा देना एक बड़ा मुद्दा था उस चुनाव में, लेकिन आज हमने 4 साल का जो रिपोर्ट कार्ड जनता के सामने पेश किया है, बिजली पे, पानी पे, चिकित्सा पे, शिक्षा पे, महंगाई कम करने पे, विधवा विकलांग की पेंशन बढ़ाने पर, तीर्थ यात्राएं घोषित कर, जो हमने जितने कार्यक्रम दिल्ली में चलाए हैं, जवानों की शहादत पर 1 करोड़ की सम्मान राशि देना हो, चाहे किसानों को।
लगता नहीं गठबंधन ना होने से वोट बटेगा, बीजेपी को फायदा होगा दिल्ली में?
मुझे लगता है कि 7 की 7 सीटें आम आदमी पार्टी की आएंगी, क्योंकि हमारा मुद्दा पूर्ण राज्य है। इस बार दिल्ली की जनता पूर्ण राज्य के लिए वोट देगी। दिल्ली के 7 सांसद जीतेंगे और दिल्ली को पूर्ण राज्य दिलाएंगे। राजस्थान, यूपी, बिहार, पूरे देश की जनता का वोट एक गिना जाता है।
सवाल पंजाब
दिल्ली की जनता का वोट आधा क्यों गिना जाता है? हमारी लड़ाई इस बात को लेकर है।
सवाल पंजाब को लेकर, पिछली बार आप वहां पर इंचार्ज भी थे, पंजाब में जब चुनाव लड़े बहुत सरप्राइज था, सबके सामने 4 सीटें वहां पर लेकर के आए। इस बार वहां ये माना जा रहा है कि सीधा सीधा जो मुकाबला है वो अकाली दल बीजेपी के गठबंधन बनाम कांग्रेस से होगा। आप कहां खड़े हैं पंजाब में?
इब्तिदाए इश्क है, रोता है क्या, आगे आगे देख होता है क्या।
All right, Poulomi Saha also joining me live from the newsroom. Poulomi, this has been a charge made by the opposition parties earlier as well. They've questioned the delay in the Election Commission coming out, but we even heard Naveen Chawla, former CC, who went on to say there's not really much of a delay, and that's something that the Election Commission itself should be clarifying to the media this evening.
Absolutely. That is a question that will be posed to the Election Commission at the press conference that they are going to hold at 5 p.m. This evening, because that's a charge which has been levelled by the opposition, again reiterated over there by Aam Aadmi Party Member of Parliament Sanjay Singh as well, that it appeared that the Election Commission was working at the behest of the Bharatiya Janata Party government, and allegedly it was because the Bharatiya Janata Party government at the centre and Prime Minister Narendra Modi wanted to announce and inaugurate several welfare schemes and projects which would not be possible when the Model Code of Conduct comes into effect, which will be as soon as the dates are announced this evening. Hence, the Election Commission was holding back on the announcement of the dates. That is a question which the Election Commission will take. But as the former CSC, Mr. Naveen Chawla, was also pointing out, there's not much of a difference in terms of the timing of the announcement of these elections, because in the last election in 2014, it was around this time itself. It's ahead by a couple of dates now that we're looking at it, but the dates were announced around this time itself, and the elections happened between April 7th to May 12th. So not much of a difference. Obviously, it can't start on April 7th now because you need at least 1 month of a Model Code of Conduct to be applicable on the ground. But not in terms of a window which is available, is not very different from what was available in 2014.
All right. Ashraf Wani also joining me live from Srinagar. Ashraf, the focus also will be on whether state elections will be held in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. How prepared is the state for that to happen simultaneously is the question that we are going to be asking you, because we believe even yesterday the Election Commission representatives came together to talk about the Jammu and Kashmir state elections.
Vidika, very interesting thing. Basically, the country as well as the Election Commission of India with the too much demand from the political parties in the Jammu and Kashmir state, wanted that both the parliamentary elections as well as the assembly elections which are due in the state should be conducted with the nation, the dates which are going to be announced today in the afternoon. But what we are getting from the internal sources that probably these elections in the state of Jammu and Kashmir may be delayed. There are very prominent reasons for that. Number one is that most of the security forces whichever are in the country, mainly the CRPF, more than the half of this force is deployed so far in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and even that was enhanced during the last week. Now what we are listening and getting from the sources is that probably the Election Commission of India may need some companies of the security forces who are deployed in the state of Jammu and Kashmir to other parts of the country to conduct the fair elections there. So it is a very impossible security wise for the Election Commission of India, even for the government, that they can conduct the elections with the state. That is why that what we are getting from the sources that probably the elections in the state of Jammu and Kashmir may be delayed by 1 or 2 months, as the security forces which may be deployed in the other parts of the country will return back to the state of Jammu and Kashmir, particularly to the valley. Then probably the elections may be possible here in the state of Jammu and Kashmir.
All right, Ashraf, do stay with me. Mustafa Sheikh also joining me once again from Mumbai. Mustafa, let's talk about the key issues that Maharashtra wants to vote over, farmer issue being one of the main ones.
Well, of course, Vedika, last year the first farmers' march was done from Nashik, after which the farmers across the country took out a march at Delhi in November. So farmer distress is a key issue, and we have seen in the last few times that whether it's giving land rights to the tribal farmers, or there are other complete loan waiver which the farmers were demanding, all these issues are being met by the state government. The second issue which remains is also of the reservation. Remember that reservations to Marathas, reservations to Dhangar Samaj, reservation to Muslims has been an issue in front of the government. How all this will play out in the elections will be something interesting to see. The only calculation we can make at this point of time is that the regional party factor is not prominent in Maharashtra, because Shiv Sena, which has the traditional Marathi votes, is with BJP. There is a dominant population of Gujaratis which is supposedly to be inclined with the BJP. So there are a lot the anti-incumbency factor and the farmers' distress are two factors, and also the people affected by the reservations and not getting reservations are the three factors which may go against the government. But otherwise, it seems to be a straight two-way fight, and these will be the major the hurdles in front of the government this time. Back to you, Vedika.
Ashutosh once again live from Delhi with us. Ashutosh, we heard from Sanjay Singh from the Aam Aadmi Party questioning the delay that he claims there has been over the announcement of dates. But keeping that aside, we've seen Arvind Kejriwal over the last few weeks and months talk only about statehood for Delhi. Is this really going to cut ice with the voters is the big question.
Indeed, and that's a big question, whether voters are actually going to buy that line, because end of the day, Delhi being a cosmopolitan city, the voters actually expect deliveries. The promises that the government, irrespective of who is in party, who is in power, have made, and that need to be delivered. As far as centre government is concerned, it has half of the control as far as the governing Delhi is concerned. Subsequently, the elected government in Delhi, which is restricted with very limited power. And frankly, if I would tell you, the local bodies, the civic bodies in the national capital has more power than the elected government of the state. So here the voters expect the government to deliver. Now, as far as some promises are concerned made by Aam Aadmi Party during the 2015 assembly elections, the key focus area that they have delivered on the electricity, supply of water, health and education, that is being praised. At the same time, Prime Minister Modi's image, that's a brand, the BJP brand Modi, that remain intact as far as the national capital and the voter in this pocket is concerned. But End of the day, what comes is the consolidation of votes. The BJP, which has 35% votes intact, be it the civic polls, be it the general election 2014, be it even the assembly election 2015. So BJP has its voter intact. Now it comes to the alliance, why the formula was adopted. That even in Uttar Pradesh, when the formula was chalked out, when it was calculated that at many places this SP and BSP votes were combined, despite the Modi wave in 2014, the BJP would not have got more than 25 seats. Coming to that calculation, probably the reason why arch rivals like SP and BSP have come together, and there was a demand that since it's not going to be the similar 2014 Modi wave, there should be fight on every seats against the BJP, and there should be only a bipolar fight, not the triangular fight. So avoid triangular fight. The arch rivals were suggested to keep aside your differences and come together. Third point, as far as Delhi is concerned, AAP and Congress, there were certain rounds of dialogue, and I can also tell you that even at top leadership, there have been deliberation, there have been discussion. But end of the day, what we heard officially, that Congress President Rahul Gandhi said that its local leadership, the Delhi Congress Party, is against any alliance with the Aam Aadmi Party.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.